only a few ideas have been totally shut down.
Really?
Like my idea of playing Russian roulette on the podcast.
Sweet lemons.
You've got Radio Rufus now.
Yes, yeah, my podcast.
Yeah. So what is Radio Rufus? Like, explain.
Okay, how it came about
Yeah.
was I had the idea for it. I was like, I want to do a radio-themed podcast. And it would be cool if it was set in the 60s. Because, I don't know, it's just an excuse to wear a suit sometimes, which is a nice feeling.
Yeah, of course.
And I love Mad Men, the TV show, which is set in that era. And I'd have some sort of romantic ideals of like the 60s era, big time in the city.
Yeah.
You know, sort of smoking indoors, drinking at lunch, cheating on your wife.
Then men were men.
Yeah, exactly. And sort of like doing corporate business, but not actually doing that much work and getting paid quite a lot for it.
Oh, those are the days.
Yeah. So I wanted to sort of I wanted to live that experience.
Yeah.
And then fortunately, the fellas studios who produce it got a funding round. And then they were like, we're looking to expand. I'd been on a couple of their shows before as a guest. And they were like, we'd like you to potentially do one. So I gave them that idea. I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. And they were basically like, yeah, let's do it. So that's what we do every day. Every week we cover, you know, your normal radio topics, news, sports, games, but it's all jokes. You know, the news stories are just
not real.
Well, they're real, but they're not, you know, relevant.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, like we covered a story the other day about a turkey getting killed with a slingshot after terrorizing a town.
I saw that.
You know, it's that sort of stuff. And then I do songs at the end.
Yeah.
So that's my main thing at the moment on my personal account.
Yeah.
Is doing parody songs now.
Oh, yeah.
I've transitioned. I mean, I still do the old stuff as well.
Yeah, of course.
But I have added the songs to the repertoire, and they become, you know, a bit of a thing. So I also play songs on the podcast as well, just to sort of get it all out there. But yeah, it's great fun.
Yeah, no, it sounds it. So it's like you've got a producer with you, don't you?
Yeah. So it's funny. So he Aidan, my producer, he works at the fellas, and originally he was just going to be sort of there, like actually mixing the show while I was doing my thing.
Yeah.
But as soon as we sat down, well, episode 1, I did the introduction.
Yeah.
And then it took him 6 takes to get his line right. And I thought, oh, fuck.
Oh,
What am I in for?
Yeah,
what am I in for here? But once he got it right, it went smoothly from there. And we quickly discovered that the sort of comedic chemistry was good.
Yeah.
And he should have a big role in the show, basically.
Yeah.
And just be part of it.
Interesting.
So that was not really originally planned or thought about until we got into the studio, because I didn't know how it was going to work. I'd only met him sort of once or twice before, and fortunately immediately it clicked, so everything was fine. And now he's in it so much he can't even produce it. So we actually have another editor sitting outside who has to cut the show. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I mean, that's good. Like, it's good. I love it when like things like that happen, when you get like accidental chemistry that just builds like that completely by mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how have you found? So for you, like, do you have creative control over the podcast, or is it like the studio that has it?
Yeah. Basically, we meet every week to decide what we're doing.
Yeah.
And then we go in and record it. And basically, we basically just do every idea that I've had. And then if the studio will occasionally come back and be like, well, we're gonna have to cut that out. and I'm happy to let them do that, because they know what's sort of best for the, you know, the brand and the company. But I get to do all the ideas that I want.
Yeah.
And you know, only a few ideas have been totally shut down.
Really?
Like my idea of playing Russian roulette on the podcast. Not with a real gun.
Oh yeah, not with a real gun.
But they were like, this probably isn't the greatest.
What were you gonna do? Like,
I have an app, the iGun Pro app.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just a stupid idea, because we come up with games to play, and I was like, oh, what if we could be the first podcast ever to play Russian roulette live on air? And they were like, maybe we won't do that.
That's probably fair.
But yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about like? Because I guess that it's interesting that you've done it with like a studio rather than just doing your own thing. Like I guess they probably help you with like the logistics and stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing is. It's hugely time consuming to sit through all the footage and then edit it yourself. So fortunately, I don't have to do that. The studio takes care of that, and they also do, they upload the clips and stuff from it to our social media pages.
Oh, I see.
So that's really what they do. Obviously we split the money we make from it.
Yeah.
But I basically come in, deliver the creative goods creatively, and they do the admin on the back end, which really just works out nicely.
That's exactly what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, you went to uni, didn't you? And now this is like your full time.
Yeah.